Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the salute for the senior class of 2020. Big round of applause for both teams on a crazy year. Come on now. We're going to take this time to introduce our North Quincy seniors. Starting with number 9, Colby St. Marie, friend Charlie Clifford. Number 3, Peyton McGaffigan, escorted by Connor Coolig. Number 6, Mike Costello, escorted by his dad, Michael. Number 22, Andrew Gott, escorted with his dad, Jeremy. Number 13, R.J. Myrna and his dad, Richard. Now let's hear for number 8, Liam Duggan, escorted by his cousin, Zach. And number 1, Ian Crammon, by himself. This man needs no escort. And we have Dylan Connors with his mother Amanda. Or maybe not. A very young mother. So sorry about that. And we have number 4, Raymond Cha, escorted by Olivia Peluso. Now let's hear it for our captain. Let's hear it for Jack Pritchard, escorted by his dad, Chris. Captain, my captain, Big Bad Michael Levine, escorted by his brother, Bo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your seniors of North Quincy High School. Let's hear it for a big round of applause. Now to the City of Presidents, Quincy High School baseball seniors. All right, we're going to have them throwing the first pitch as we speak right now. And there it is. North Quincy seniors, ladies and gentlemen. And now to the white and blue team, the Quincy Presidents of the South Side, starting off with Aiden Healy with his dad, Brian. Followed by number 31, Eric Mayo, escorted by his father, Tom Mayo. Oh, no, it's not his father, Tom Mayo. It is his mom. We're going by the seat of our pants here, people. And let's hear for number 25, Jake McGahey with his dad, Scott. And next we have number 20, Joey Murphy with his dad, Chris. And we have number 15, Mike Scabilio with his dad, Roy Peterson. followed by number 16, Ryan Bergen, along with his mom, Jen. Let's hear for number 16, Shane Murphy, escorted by his mom, Denise. Next we have number 17, Zachary Demore, escorted by his mom, Kelly. And now we have Mahir Patel, escorted by his dad, Sanjay. Next up we have Mr. Michael O'Connor with his dad, Michael. Give it up for number 4, Ben Fahan with his dad, Mike. Next we have Drew Posgrove with his dad, Scott. And we have number 4, Joe Smitty with his mom, Morris. Oh, maybe not Morris. Next we have Riley O'Connor with his mom, Sherry. And last, not least, number 75, Kevin Ferrent with his dad, Kevin. And a special guest manager today. Let's hear from Mr. Vinnie Joyce, escorted by Kevin Desmond. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our Quincy High seniors. We're going to throw the first pitch with the seniors at the count of 3. We have one more. Oh, it will be Nick Bonapane, is that right? Nick Bonapane and his dad, John. Thank you. We'll wait for Nick and his dad to get out there for that first pitch. We'll do it all at the same time. At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Quincy High seniors, people. Come on, big round of applause for you kids. At this time, I ask everybody to stand where they are, remove your cap for the singing of the Star Spangled Banner. Good luck to both teams tonight. We'll be getting going very shortly.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to historic Adams Field. We hope everyone out there is staying safe through this COVID-19 pandemic. Through to the pandemic, all spring high school sports were canceled, and then in the city of Quincy, that means no rivalry game. But through the hard work of Scott Campbell and his committee, we're going to make that rivalry game happen. This weekend, we present to you Salute to the Seniors. Spring teams from both Quincy and North Quincy will have a chance to play each other this weekend. It started this morning with men's and women's volleyball. This afternoon, the softball teams got after it. And tonight, it's time for baseball. My co-host tonight is 1998 North Quincy grad and standout baseball player, Brian Linsky. Brian, a night like tonight, very meaningful to everybody. What did it mean to you to play Quincy High here on Adams Field, senior night, one last time?
Steve, senior night, big night. All day at school, all I could think about was coming out and beating Quincy. And I'm sure it was the same for you.
One of us was on the right end, one of us was on the wrong end, and I'm sure through the next 9 innings, you're going to tell everybody who was on the right end and the wrong end. But this is definitely a big night for the city. This is a big night for the kids and both teams. And Scotty Campbell, who we'll be talking about throughout the night, has put together a great night, great weekend. We're going to have some alumni from Quincy High up here. We're going to have alumni from North Quincy up here. We're going to talk to them about their senior night, and we're going to get ready to get going. Brian, we ready for a good night?
Absolutely, Steve. Let's get it going.
All right, let's play ball.
Quincy president, take the field, people.
Morissette. Brian, what'd you play in the summer?
Steve played for Quincy Legion,
Nice.
not Morissette.
Solid squad.
It's a long story.
Throwing it down, and it's game time. Leading off for North Quincy is number 22, God.
Is number 15, Camillo.
Nice turnout here tonight, Steve. Nice balmy night at Adams Field.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night up here in the press booth. For us bigger guys, it might not be as nice, but the wind's blowing out there. It's a nice night. It was supposed to be a hurricane, but I said earlier to Scotty Campbell, good things happen to good people, and we got a great night for a great game. And we're ready. First pitch is ball one. Scabilio starts the game with a strikeout, looking. Backwoods K for the Presidents. Good start. Now up to the plate for the Raiders. Number 12, the catcher, Jack Pritchard. Jack Pritchard takes his first pitch strike. He's been a staple in North Quincy behind the plate. Been there for the last 3 years. Very good player. Had a couple things happen to him in high school. Got hit in the face by a bunt. Bunted the ball, hit him in the face. Ended up ruining his junior year. Didn't play his junior year, but was a great player sophomore year, and I'm sure he would have had an amazing senior year. This is a great night for him to come out and showcase his skills. Scabilio ahead quickly, 1-2.
Steve's got a really nice control with that off-speed pitch.
Yeah, here I am saying he's going to burn it by everybody. He's dropping a couple curveballs in there. And strike three. Going with the high fastball. Pritchard chased it. We have 2 strikeouts for Scabilio.
What a start.
Coming up to the plate, the captain, Mike Levine. He laid off the high heat right away. 1 ball, no strikes to Levine. Levine seems to be the fan favorite here. Seems to have everybody here showing up for him.
A lot of support out here tonight, Steve.
A lot of support for Mike. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Levine. See if Scabilio can get back in the count here. Levine swings at the 2-0 pitch, rolls it over to third base. We get a 1-2-3 inning for the Presidents. Come to the plate. Let's see what they can do. Scabilio.
Now batting Quincy High. Number 15, Mike Scabilio.
Took care of business as a pitcher. Let's see if he can lead off with a single in the bottom of the first. He takes ball 1 low. One 0 pitch to Scabilio is also low and in the dirt. We got 2 balls and no strikes. Low again. Brian, we got 3 balls, no strikes. Senior night. Is it green light? Are we taking a pitch? Are we green light? What are we doing?
It's green light out here tonight.
Green light? All right. Let's see what happens. 3-0 pitch. Strike 1. Generous strike 1. I like it. Gotta have the kid swinging the bat.
Let's go get that first strike of the night out of the way.
3-1 pitch to Scabilio. Fouls it off. 3-2. St. Marie doing a good job getting back in the count. Worked it full. Three-two pitch to the leadoff batter Scabilio. Bottom of the first. Foul ball. We're going to do the 3-2 pitch again. St. Marie, the pitch. Strike 3. Gets Scabilio looking on an outside fastball.
Good comeback right there by St. Marie.
You got to think it's going to be a night of strikeouts, right? These kids haven't played much. They probably haven't seen live pitching in a long time. So it could be a night of the strikeout.
Now batting number 4, Drew Cosgrove.
Up for Quincy, number 4, Cosgrove. St. Marie gets the first one in there for strike 1. Ooh. Foul ball in the second pitch. But no balls, 2 strikes to the second batter, Cosgrove here. Bottom of the first inning.
A lot of options here, Steve. 102. What's he going to bring? He's going to burn one? He's going to go after
I'd go right after.
Yeah?
Yeah, outside corner. I pitched about 2 days of my life, so I wouldn't go what I said, but okay. He threw a curveball behind him. There's the option we didn't have.
A little bit of a wrinkle there.
There's the option we didn't have, the curveball behind him.
That was good. Kept him off balance now.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Cosgrove.
Outside corner. Here we go.
Another foul ball. St. Marie throwing strikes, though. I mean, we had the one mix-up, but he's doing nothing but throwing strikes. Seems to be in a little bit of a groove
It's like
here.
his mid-season form now.
Another foul ball by Cosgrove. Count remains 1-2. And they are filing in here at Adams Field tonight. This place is packed. It's a great look for the kids. The students are all over the place. The families. What a great night for baseball and a great thing for the city.
Absolutely.
The 1-2 pitch. Ball 2 outside. 2-2.
Got the outfield playing pretty straight up out there, Steve.
Not too deep either. The 2-2 pitch is ball 3. He worked it full. I'll tell you, those flags are moving in the outfield. He's got this infield that's a little shallow. We'll see what happens if Cosgrove can get a hold of him. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Worked the walk. Was 0-2. Worked the walk. And we have our first base runner of the game. Now batting for Quincy High, Eric Mayo. Eric's a catcher at Quincy High. Also a standout football player at Quincy High. Oh, he is in mid-season form. He's been hitting for the last 6 weeks with his summer program.
Cosgrove had a healthy lead over there in the first pitch.
You think we got action?
I think you want to force the action tonight, Steve.
Good healthy swing there. 0-2 on Mayo. Second batter in a row that St. Marie's been 0-2. Let's see if he can finish this guy off. St. Marie to the set. The 0-2 pitch, he's stealing. We got a pop fly to first base, foul territory, caught, and a double play by the Raiders. Base running mistake right there. Double play gets him out of the inning. Oh, 0-2 steal. 0-2 steal, and we got a double play to get out of the inning, and the Raiders throw up a 0 as well. Couple of donuts. 0-0 after 1. Again, I just got to mention it again. What a night here at Adams Field. The field looks tremendous. The city did a great job getting this ready. This whole weekend has been great.
A lot of folks still streaming in. The snack bar is open.
The snack bar is open. The crowd is great. It's just cold enough down there where, you know, it's very comfortable. The wind's blowing out. One of the things, Brian, we've been talking about is bringing up alumni during the game. And the first alumni that we're going to bring in is John Foligno. John Foligno's a Quincy High grad.
Right.
Went on to play at UConn, was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals, went back to school, was drafted by the Yankees. Unfortunate happened with his arm, Tommy John surgery. But he comes back to give back to the city. He helps coach Quincy High Golf. He helps out with Morissette in the summer. I know John as a player, as a coach, as a father. I know his entire family. Great guy, and when I called him to come back, there was no hesitation, and he's like that in the summer too. So as soon as we get this inning going, this half inning going, we're going to bring him in, and I think it's a huge guest for us tonight to start things up. All right, we're back here at the top of the second inning. St. Marie is going to lead off for the Raiders.
And now batting number 9, St. Marie.
Scabilio still pitching for the Quincy Presidents. They're going to need a baseball, yeah. It's part of the game. Let's see if St. Marie can help his own cause here and get on the board. He takes strike one. As advertised, we are going to bring up Quincy High alumni all night and North Quincy High alumni all night. And sitting next to me now is John Foligno. John, thanks for coming in.
Steve, great to be here. I appreciate it. Thanks for the invite.
We got strike two. We got 0-2 to St. Marie. John, you were a pitcher. You played shortstop at Quincy High. What are fond memories? We have a single here by St. Marie. First hit of the game comes from the Raiders. First hit of the game here. He's on first. We got a single. John, give me some of your memories of playing baseball at Quincy High. Doesn't have to be against North Quincy. I know you guys made the tournament your senior year. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's always great to be out here. I mean, Adams Field and Quincy is always historic just to be out here. It's a big ball field, but you know, being in the dugout with the teammates, with the guys, I mean, those are the memories that really last and stick with you for, you know, forever. And it's, you know, I'd give anything to be back just sitting up here watching these guys playing right now with fans out there. I mean, this is a pretty big crowd for Adams, and to for these guys to be out here, given the times, unprecedented with with the pandemic and whatnot. But it's good for the community, it's good for the city, good for these guys to get out and kind of get back to a sense of normalcy. But just being out at Adams, it's historic, and it's good to be here. I mean, I'm a baseball guy through and through, and I love to see it.
With 2 balls, no strikes to the batter Hines with a man on first and no outs here at the top of the second inning. John, you still talk to the guys that you played with. What year did you graduate?
05.
So you graduated in 2005. Still talk to some of the guys you played with?
Oh yeah, just with some of my old teammates actually this past weekend down the Cape, and with any of those old teammates, you don't skip a beat. No matter how many years go by, it's still like it was yesterday that you guys were together on the bus, traveling in the dugout. So it's a brotherhood that you share and you never lose and you hang on to for your entire life. So that's why baseball's it's a big part of my life.
We just had our first error there. First throw over to first base. Scabilio throws over to first and misses his target. St. Marie advances to second base. We have 2 balls and 1 strike to Hines at the plate. Now, John, most of these kids, when they are done here, they're all done. You were very fortunate enough to play at a big-time Division I program, which has become now a national seed. You could even say that when you were there, it was kind of a building process. Tell us, how did Quincy High get you ready to go play at a place like UConn?
Absolutely. I mean, Quincy, I wouldn't say we were notoriously, a good baseball school. We always had athletes, but we played hard. And I think, between Quincy, North Quincy, Quincy as a city is, very tough guys, hard players, blue collar. So just being able to be tough in any situation, have, adversity and be able to face that adversity and come out on top and kind of grind through it. And that's what, UConn was looking for, blue collar guys, just that want to get out and work hard, play the game, play it right. But definitely growing up in a city that was somewhat tough, on the field, off the field, it got you prepared for, what was ahead of you at the next level in college and in life in general. I mean, just, you're going to face adverse situations, and being able to handle it and deal with it is what's going to separate you from the next guy. So, grew up in a good city, and I'm thankful for it.
We got a 3-2 pitch foul ball. Again, no outs, man on second. Liam Hines is at the plate. St. Marie is at second. We're going to have another 3-2 pitch. So, John, you play for Quincy High. You go to UConn. You're fortunate enough to have an unbelievable career at UConn. Your name gets called for a draft. You go back to school. You play again. You get drafted again. Stuff that dreams are made of. And you keep talking about Adams Field. And for guys like myself and Brian, who played college baseball but not at the Division I level, and name was never called at the MLB draft, this park is Fenway to us. Some of the places you played at, some of the fields that you played at, and you keep coming back and you keep coming back and you keep talking about Adams Field, has to speak a lot to the city and what it's done with the field and what this field means.
Yeah, no, this field is in, I think, from my time playing in high school and Babe Ruth and Legion, I think it's in the best shape that it's been. It's obviously a little bit shorter now than it was back in the day. 408 to center, 356 down the lines. I mean, you couldn't dream up a field better to pitch at. The ball goes up in the air and it's a slim chance it's going out unless someone gets a hold of it. But with that being said, it's just for any of these kids that are playing, Babe Ruth, whatever level, if they're on the big diamond, Adams Field is a historic field. And to myself, playing in high school with Quincy, whether it was Babe Ruth, Legion, high school, those are the most fond memories I have of baseball. Yes, I played at a higher level, but I made great friends there that I'm still friends with now. But my buddies that we played with growing up, it's we reminisce and we come back, and it's you don't miss a beat, and it's just I try to tell the guys here, these are the best days. I mean, these are the best years that you're going to play in sports. Some of these guys are done after this, so it's live it up, show up to the field, play hard every inning, every pitch, and make the most of it, because this is the time that you'll remember the most, regardless of what kind of follows after high school. So,
Liam Hines drew a walk. We have first and second, nobody out with Duggan at the plate. Scabilio gets a strike in there. It's now 1-2. Scabilio comes to the set. And he strikes him out looking. Another strikeout looking for Scabilio. Not sure many people were happy with that one, but that's going to happen. Again, people are a little bit behind, so. the way it goes. Now batting for the Raiders, number 19.
Dylan Connors.
Connors hitting for the Raiders again. They got first and second, one out. Ooh, good healthy hack. Strike one here, top of the second. Salute to the seniors, Quincy versus North baseball game. And again, I'm in the broadcast booth with Quincy High grad John Foligno. John, could you pick one memory? Could you pick one time, one at bat, one pitch when you wore the blue and white that sticks out the most?
Quincy High, I would have to say down at Dennis Yarmouth. It was a close game. We ended up losing the game, which is, you think of a memory, you wouldn't, think of a necessarily a loss. But myself personally, I had a pretty good game on the mound. Made a few errors behind me, but it was my grandfather actually came out to see me. He lived down the Cape, so for me, that's always a game that stuck out. And it's not always about. You'd like to go out and win every time, but as far as a memory that sticks out, being able to play in front of my grandfather was the first game he's seen me play, the last one he saw me play. So to me, that was a big game, but. Just being out there, whether it's Quincy High, whether it's Legion, the memories are so fond and something that I will take with me wherever I go. And it's there's so many out there. It's really hard to put a finger on one, but there's definitely a bunch that come to mind. But definitely down in Dennis Yarmouth, cold weather as the start of the season. I think it was like a 1-0 game. I might have let up a few hits. We had a couple errors behind us, a couple runs scored, and. That's how the chips fall. Some games you can't always win, but having family out there to see me play, to make them proud, and whether you win or lose, to get them, to see you in action is something that's great. And as we're here tonight, there's, families out here, there's friends out here, and it's a pretty big crowd. One of the bigger ones, in recent times, I feel like I've seen at Adams. So it's good to see it. It's good for the city and these guys, and to get out and play, it's awesome.
We got 3 balls, no strikes. The last batter had a strikeout, so that puts Scabilio now at 4 Ks, but they still have first and second, but now 2 outs and a 3-1 pitch. He took it. It's now 3-2. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. Runners should be moving. We hit a gap here. We could have our first run of the game.
I'm thinking off speed here, Stevie. I don't know.
He cheesed him. Strike 3. So although he gives up the first hit of the game and his first walk of the game, Scabilio comes back to strike out the side, and now that's 5 strikeouts. 5 out of 6 outs strikeouts for Scabilio. Looks like he has control out there. John, one last question before I let you go, so I can let you go down there and enjoy the game. You talked about your family, and the Malvesti family in the city of Quincy. It speaks for itself. Nick Malvesti and Tom Malvesti, those guys speak for themselves. I don't have to say anything about that. Anybody watching this tonight knows exactly who they are. And for you to talk about your grandfather like that is amazing. And that's your memory, and that's great. Another place that you played that, again, people just dream about playing, and I go down and watch a lot, is down the Cape. Yeah, you were fortunate enough to play Cape Cod League baseball. Tell us about your years down the Cape and some of the competition you saw down there.
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to play in some of the elite leagues, summer leagues for college baseball over the years. The NECBL, the Cape Cod Baseball League. Players from all around the country, just top prospects, end up being top draft picks. Future major leaguers. You never really know who you're playing against, and just having the opportunity to get down there to play and to compete and see how you stack up against guys all across the country at the highest level. It's definitely humbling because there are guys out there that throw harder, that run, faster, that hit, balls further, and it keeps you humble, keeps you modest. But like I said, we grew up in a tough city, and we're competitors, and I went out there and competed and gave it my best, and just very fortunate enough to have the ability and the opportunity to get down there, play at a very high level with a ton of excellent ball players. Stuff that I'll never forget, and I'm very happy and fortunate to have had the opportunity to do so.
So you played with Springer at UConn. Of all the players that you played against that you saw, whether you played with or played against, was he the best, or did you face somebody else down the Cape or UConn, whether it was Notre Dame or whoever you were playing? Who was the best player you either played with or played against?
So I got to give you 2. So the best player I've ever played with has to be George Springer, hands down. Freak of an athlete, just the fastest kid on the team, can throw the hardest, hit the furthest, jump the highest, lift the most, in the weight room. Great kid, very humble, deserves everything that he's received up until this point. Probably the best player that I played against would have to be maybe Jeff Samardzija.
Yeah, there you go.
As a freshman, Notre Dame came to our campus at Storrs for UConn, and I mean, more people showed up to see him play. I mean, he was a stud on the football field as well. But 6'5", 230 pounds, freak of an athlete, ran like a deer. There's great players all throughout the country, and just I've had a great ride and a great opportunity to play against these guys and see how you stack up. And sometimes the chips fall in certain ways, and but at the end of the day, I'm home. I get 2 kids and a wife, and we live a good life, and the experiences are what I really cherish the most. And I've been able to give back and coach at the Legion level, and like Stevie said, golf for the high school, and still playing myself a little bit here and there. But it's great. Baseball's a great game and something that's given me quite a bit to hang my hat on over the years. So.
Well, John, we appreciate you coming up and telling the stories. And again, a guy like John Foligno, who played at the highest level, was drafted by 2 Major League Baseball teams. His career started right here in Quincy. He played in the senior game, Quincy versus North, right here at Adams Field, just like these guys. And nothing's saying that one of these guys can't do the same thing. John, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. And we'll see you again soon.
Thanks for having me, Steve. I appreciate it.
First batter of the inning was Murphy. A little PFP, hit the ball back to the pitcher. Pitcher made a nice play. We got 1 out. Now batting for Quincy High is O'Connor. Number 2, O'Connor.
Yeah. He used to talk about it.
So we got 1 out. One out, nobody on here. Bottom of the second.
Great kids.
Strike 1 to O'Connor. Looks like St. Marie still on the mound, still dealing. He's got 1 strikeout, but he's got a comebacker to him and a double play to get out of last inning. So he looks like he's settling in also. 1-1. Two balls, 1 strike to O'Connor. Strike 2. We got 2 and 2, 1 out here, bottom of the second inning. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. I'm telling you, could be the first 1-1.
Number 15, Ryan Bergen.
Ryan Bergen for Quincy. We got 2 outs, bottom of the second. Nobody on. Strike 1. Eddie Duff with the wide strike zone tonight. I love it. Swing the bat. We got 9 innings of baseball.
Keeping the game moving, Steve. Keeping the game moving.
This ain't the Red Sox. Let's go.
Good cut.
Good hack right on it. Strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. Where you going here, Linsky? You going up? You going out? What are we doing?
Straight at him.
Right at him. Yep. Foul ball. The 0-2 pitch for St. Marie goes up high, right? That's a good move. You go up, you change the batter's eyes, you come back with a curveball, and you know what you're doing.
Let's ask John. John, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. If you run them up high, you got to change the eye level here, and I think you got to break one off. You got another couple pitches here.
Went right at him. We got a ground ball to second base. Oh, 1 error into 2. Threw past Pritchard with great backup to throw him out at second base.
That was a P.
What a great throw by Pritchard, backing up a ground ball. So there's a routine ground ball where you make an error.
Nice hustle.
The catcher's supposed to be backing it up, which he is. They make a bad throw, and he's right there. He throws a dart to his teammate, Lamb Hines, who's standing at second base, and they get out of the inning. After 2, 0-0 here at Adams Field. All right, we're ready for the top of the third inning here at Adams Field. Batting for North Quincy is Mera, number 13. First pitch is ball one high. Ball one high to Mera Scabilio, still on the mound.
Steve, now we got a pitch and change out
We
there.
do.
Yep, number 16.
Ooh, we got an HBP. We got a hit by pitch, and in this game, you got to be careful.
Ryan Bergen on the mound.
Now,
No way that's a bird.
number 6, Frank Costello.
Oh, we got a ground ball up the middle. Out it. So we had a little hit and run action there. The runner was stealing. Second baseman was going over to cover. He was actually in position to make the play. If he doesn't go over to cover second base, he might have been, that ball might have been up the middle.
Might have made it through, yep.
Instead, it's a ground ball out. So we got a man on second, one out here for the Raiders.
Now, North Quincy, number 22, Andrew Goff.
And they have turned their lineup over. We got the top of the order up again. God, number 22, struck out looking last time. And we got strike number one on God. 0-1 to God. Man on second, one out here, top of the third inning. Watch that one sail up high. 1-1.
Outfield remains straight away. Just outside. 2-1 for God. Good healthy lead out at second. Pitch. 2-2. Shortstop keeping him close. And the pitch. Strike three. Good rip.
Scott was up there hacking, though. He likes the high stuff. He was up there hacking.
Now batting, number 12, Jack Pritchard.
Now the catcher at the plate, Pritchard, number 12. He ended last inning for North Quincy defensively by backing up that throw and getting the guy out at second base. Let's see if he can get the Raiders on the board. Ball one high and away. Ooh, another hit by pitch. Another hit by pitch. We now have first and second.
Unfortunate break right there. The Raider on second had third stolen, but needs to go back as a result of the hit by pitch.
Oh, we had a double steal with a ball in the dirt. Oh, the Raiders are getting rowdy.
Both moving up 90 feet.
We got second and third with one out for North Quincy with Levine, number 13, at the plate. 13, Levine at the plate. Who's going to strike first? This could be the opportunity.
Bergen back to the windup.
Ball inside. Another ball.
Nice change of pace by Bergen there.
All right, we got second and third, two outs here for Levine. Let's see if he can get the Raiders on the board. Oh, good hack.
Steve, you know, nothing more fun than playing back at Adams back in the day and a foul ball going and smashing a windshield.
Those were the days. Oh, there's a ground ball to shortstop. Nice charity hop. And Quincy High throws them out. They get out of the inning, and we still have zeros going into the bottom of the third.
Charity hop is right, Steve.
That's the Adams Field hop right there. You gotta love it. You gotta love that Adams Field hop. And we still have zeros.
Quincy High.
Good timing, too.
Nick Bonaponte.
Okay, bottom of the third here. 0-0 still. Bonapani batting for Quincy. Strike one.
St. Marie still on the hill and dealing.
Yeah, they're rolling St. Marie tonight. It's his last time, so might as well. Nothing to save for now. We got ball 1-1 here. For you watching at home, the scoreboard was screwed up last half inning because of me getting yelled at by the park department. But that's a different story. Ground ball to second base by Bonapani. And he beats it out. So we had an E4. E4, so here we got our man on first.
On a party.
Very good hustle. Hustled the whole 90.
Number 19, Aiden Healy.
All right, here we go. Man on first. No outs. Healy at the plate, number 19. You're not bunting in this game, are you, Brian? Senior night. You didn't have a season. You're not bunting. You're not sack bunting.
Who
are you?
bunts?
Yeah, okay. Third inning of a 9-inning game. You're not bunting.
No. Play to win. Healthy lead. Andy's off.
Bonapani on the move. Pritchard down to second. He's safe.
Too late.
It's like Pritchard double clutch there.
Wide right. Had some steam on it, Steve.
Yeah.
Too good of a jump.
Strike by St. Marie. No balls, 2 strikes to Healy. Let's see if he can get Bonapani over to third base. Takes a ball outside, 1-2.
Pretty shallow in the outfield right now.
Yeah, and those flags are
Has to
still
hold the one. He's going to go
those
right
flags
over
are
their
still
head.
moving too. He's trying to steal third, and he's safe. He is safe. Bonapani successfully swipes third base. It's a full count here. Bonapani steals third base. We have a man on third, no outs. Is Quincy High going to crack the code? Check, swing, he held it, he did not go. And we have a walk. So now we have first and third. No outs for Quincy High with Demore at the plate. Not holding at first, interesting. They let him go, they throw down to second base, and he is safe.
Wow.
Stolen base for Healy.
Couple ducks in the pond, Steve. Can some more bring it home.
Second and third, no outs for Demore.
St. Marie's got to bear down here.
Ooh, foul ball. That was a good healthy hack. Looked like he was going the other way to try to drive the guy in.
Yep, driving it to right. Bit of a jam here.
See if the Raiders bring the infield in. They're trying to cut it down right away. Ooh!
That's up.
When you come to Adams Field, you need to pay attention and you need to be watching the game at all time. Right there, we have a line drive. Get into the stands. Looks like everybody's okay. And we're 1-2. 1-2 to Demore. Again, second and third. With no outs. In a 0-0 game here, the bottom of the third inning. Big swing and a miss. Big strikeout.
How to bear down right there by St. Marie. Demore got his cut in. It's a good cut.
Now brings to the plate Jake McGee. 1 out, second and third for the Presidents.
Just a bit late. Foul ball.
Foul ball, strike one again, something we talked about at the beginning of the night. You know, these kids haven't seen a lot of live pitching. This is the first time they're out there. They're going to be late. We'll see what happens. Ooh, strike 2 and a high fastball. He chased it. We got 0-2. Oh, we got a fair ball dribbler. Pritchard comes up, throws a strike to first. The batter is out, but the first run comes across the plate. Bonaparte scores for the Presidents, and it is 1-0.
It's a long game, Steve. Long game.
Now batting for Quincy, number 4.
A lot of enthusiasm in the crowd, though. See the boys in the dugout really fired up to take the lead.
Healy got to third base also as Bonaparte scored. We got 2 outs with Feehan at the plate. And he gets strike 1. St. Marie gets strike 1 in there. Oh, ball gets by Pritchard. Comes right back to him. No harm done there. 1-1 to Feehan.
I don't remember the old Adams Field being that forgiving.
No, definitely not.
It's like a mile run to get back to that backstop.
You know, the other great thing about tonight, Brian, is, you and I are going to chirp each other all night, seeing that one of us was a President, one of us was a Raider. And
I'm sorry for that.
when we played each other, it kind of went the other way, so now this is my opportunity to get back at you. Well, at least in the third inning it is.
It's a long game.
Yeah. St. Marie just misses there. It's 3-1. Feehan's looking for one pitch right now. Brian, when you were up, you had 3-1 count. What was your pitch? Did you like it in, out? How'd you like it?
I was looking in fastball.
You were looking middle in. Okay, trying to turn on one.
Trying to turn it.
St. Marie gets a strike. We got 3-2, 2 outs. And he gets the strikeout. He bears down and only gives up 1 run in that situation.
Nice.
At the end of 3, Presidents 1, Red Raiders 0. Okay, here we are. Top of the 4th inning. A 1-0 game. Pitching change for the Presidents. Number 17, Patel, is now pitching. He looked pretty good in his warm-ups. Let's see if that translates to what's going to happen during the game.
Number 9, Kirby, St. Marie.
St. Marie leading off for the Raiders, and let's see if he can help his own cause here by getting a single and getting this thing moving. We also have a catching change for the Raiders. Catching is Bonaparte. I'm sorry, for the Presidents. Bonapani is now catching for the Presidents. That's what you call a new battery. 1-1. Ball in the dirt.
Lays off.
2 balls and a strike.
Still got a pretty shallow outfield, Steve. Dead center's very shallow.
I was just going to say, St.
Right in
Marie's
the
a
gap.
big boy, too. And
It's that gap. It's
he
gonna
hits
roll.
the gap. Looks like 2 bases here, automatic.
It's got 2 standing up.
A lead-off double for St. Marie, trying to help his own cause here in the top of the 4th of a 1-0 game. And he's got Lamb Hines coming behind him.
Got a good pitch right there to drive. Got it in on him and put it right on the left
In
center.
the city we have Miguel Patel, and now batting for North Quincy, Liam Hines.
See if the Raiders can strike back here.
Sign of a good team. You lose a run, you get a run right back. Ball 1 by Patel. All the senior night jitters are over. All the pitchers are done. Everything's done. It's now settling into a baseball game here, Brian. Oh, foul ball right side. Let's see if it gets out of play. What a catch by the first baseman for the Presidents.
Great hustle.
What a catch.
Love that. He's going to run right through that fence.
That's a great catch by Healy, the first baseman for Quincy High. Ball was going out of play. He reached over the fence to make that play. That's huge. Now with 1 out, helps the cause a little here. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Dugan batting for the Raiders. Got to try to get St. Marie over. Ball one in the dirt. We got 1-1 here.
Low and slow, let it go, right?
That's right. Strike 2 for Patel. Good swing by Dugan. Watch it hit the bat. I'm going to say Duggan. You're going to say Dugan. I'm going to say Duggan.
I'm going to go Dugan today.
Okay.
There we go.
No matter what his name is, he hits a single up the middle.
There we go, Raiders.
Quincy High center fielder holding the ball, running it in. We have 1st and 3rd with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Things are now getting interesting.
As you know, it's North Quincy. Definitely biased. I want a base hit right here.
You should be.
Yeah.
It's going to be 9 innings of that. We get it.
Watch out. Put it over his head. Up on second. No throw.
Stolen base for Duggan.
Or Dugan.
Or Dugan. We have a pinch hitter now for the Raiders. Chow. Chow hitting for Connors. And, you know, something else, Brian, this is going to be an unusual game. There's going to be multiple re-entries, so we're going to have to be on our game looking at these numbers. But another foul ball to the stands, and somebody caught it. A fan caught it. And it looks like the umpire has no. Yep. Okay.
Thank you so much. Who facilitated today?
One, two, the count, 1 out.
So something you're seeing now, fans, with this, the umpires not handling the baseballs with the COVID-19 pandemic. There's a thing with the umpires where some umpires do not want to handle baseballs, and they're not. Line drive back to the pitcher. Caught.
North Quincy was fortunate right there.
North Quincy should have been doubled off right there, but looks like they'll take the out, and
Sorry,
that's
bad.
fine. So we have 2 outs on a PFP, and now Declan Geary comes to the plate. We have second and third with 2 outs. Geary way ahead of that one for strike 1. What looked great with a leadoff double, and then you got a hit. We had first and third. Now you get 2 outs by Quincy High, and it's second and third with 2 outs, and they get a chance to shut it down. And you got strike 2 on a nice curveball. 0-2 to Geary. Let's see if Patel can get out of this right
Patel
here.
right there.
Let's see if Patel can get out of this.
Patel's dealing.
This is a big spark for Quincy High. Ground ball by Geary. That Sunday morning hop again. He the throw to first. Little off. First baseman catches it. Tags him out. We are out of the inning.
Nice tag.
Quincy High holds 2 guys on base. Doesn't let a leadoff double hurt them. They bear down to keep the lead. And we are still 1-0 Presidents going into the bottom of the 4th. All right, we have the bottom of the 4th here. Again, of a 1-0 game. For Salute to the Senior Weekend, we have Quincy versus North Quincy. Up at the plate for Quincy is O'Connor. New pitching change here for the Raiders, trying to figure out who we got here. He doesn't have a number.
Good pitch. Strike 1. Just outside, 1-1. I'm sorry, 2-1.
Nice pitch. We got a strike there, 2-2. Pritchard's still behind the plate. Declan Geary at first base now. And strike 3, big swing and a miss. Number 4 now batting for the Presidents, Smitty. I've officially reached out to the North Quincy coach to see who's pitching, and he hasn't looked at his cell phone yet.
And now batting Quincy number 4, Joe Smitty.
The reason that this gentleman does not have a shirt on is because I don't think he's a senior. The names and numbers on the back of these jerseys are all the seniors from both Quincy and North Quincy. Two balls, 1 strike to Smitty. 1 out here, bottom of the 4th. High and up, high and in. 3-1.
Prior pitcher St. Marie had a nice night. Only giving up 1 run, 3 innings.
St. Marie gave up 1 run over 3 innings, had 4 strikeouts. Only gave up 1 hit.
Solid outing. Nice way to go out.
Great way to go. And we got a
Smitty
walk.
draws a walk.
Man on first. Patel now at the plate for the Presidents. Let's see if he can help his own cause. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Strike 1. So we got a man on first, 1 out for the Presidents. Patel at the plate. Strike 2. Patel behind 0-2.
And the runner's off. Pritchard up gunning.
Smitty steals second successfully. Ball got by the shortstop and the second baseman, but the center fielder was there backing up, and we had a strikeout at the plate.
Now batting number 16, Shane Murphy.
So Patel strikes out to make it 2 outs, but Smitty steals second. We have a man in scoring position with 2 outs. Now at the plate is Murphy. 16 Murphy for the Presidents, and he takes strike number 1.
Great number, Steve. That was my biggest ball number as well.
16?
16.
Just the wrong color. Smitty stealing third. Kid has some wheels. That's the second stolen base this inning. Stole second and he stole third. Now they have a man on third, but it's 0-2. Let's see if Murphy can drive him in. Ball 1 low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Murphy. Foul ball. Foul ball, the count remains 1-2. Deep breath by the pitcher. The windup and the delivery is up and in. Ball 2. 2-2 to Murphy. The next pitch is also a ball. It is now 3-2. Murphy worked the count full. 3-2, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Is he stealing home? It doesn't matter. We got a strikeout anyway. I'm not sure what the strategy was there, but it didn't make a difference. Raiders strike out the Presidents that inning. 3 strikeouts that inning. The walk to Smitty and the 2 stolen bases doesn't hurt. After 4 innings here at the top of the 5th, 1-0. Good guys.
And we got another pitch and change tonight. Got the southpaw on the hill. Number 5.
Hard looking, soft toss.
Mike O'Connor.
Number 5. O'Connor on the hill. I like the leg kick.
High leg kick.
Leg kick, keep him off balance. Sidewinder, if you will.
Bit unorthodox. Might be tough for the Raiders to pick up on this.
It's one of my favorite lines, Brian. Every time I see a lefty go out there, I don't care if he's throwing 102. I give the old hard-looking, soft-tossing lefty.
It's a good line. It's true most times, too.
As our good, great friend John Sullivan was a hard-looking, soft-tossing lefty.
Sully. He's actually one of my favorite moments at this park. It wasn't a North Quincy moment, though. It was more a St. Quincy Legion moment. We hit the fence against him.
I tell you what.
Pretty sure you were there.
The 6th inning is gonna be your inning. We're gonna throw it to you. See that I can't get a Red Raider to come up here, so I'm gonna throw it to you.
Okay.
But we are gonna have another Quincy president that I just spotted in the stands and asked him to come up. So here we are at the top of the fifth.
Now batting number
1-0 Presidents.
Ian Freeman.
And you got the changes going again. Number 1 now batting for the Raiders. First pitch from the quirky lefty is strike 1. And I am in the booth now with Quincy High. If he's not in every Hall of Fame, he should be. Standout athlete, great person, Robbie Kane. Robbie, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Beautiful night for a ball.
It is a beautiful night for a game. The place is packed. We had John Foligno before you, and one of the questions...
Tough act to follow.
Tough act to follow. First question I asked him is the first question I'm going to ask you. Talk about the fans tonight. This place is packed, and what it means to you to come back after so many years of graduation.
Yeah, Adams Field brings back great memories immediately that you have for a lifetime. And it's been a great day. I'll give you a quick recap. Started in the morning. Had a great volleyball game. Great crowd came off of that at McCoy. A little outdoor game for the boys. We had the softball game prior to this one. Again, great crowd. Can't thank the fans, everybody that's come out for the entire day. We got day 2 tomorrow. I expect the same. And that's just the support you get in this city all the time. So I'm not surprised, but it's great to see it happen.
We got 1 out on a strikeout. We got 2 balls, no strike to the next batter here from North Quincy, and again, a 1-0 game. Top of the 5th inning here at Adams Field, and I am in the booth with Robbie Kane, and it is an absolute pleasure and an honor to be next to the guy. It was somebody that I watched as a kid. He's a few years older than me. Somebody that I watched growing up, and he was a great athlete, whether it was football or basketball or baseball, whether it was for Quincy High or for Morissette. He was always a great athlete, a great player, and a great person.
Well, I used to be the young guy, too, and now I'm being referred to as somebody that people watched growing up.
I'm the same way, buddy.
This is getting tough around here.
Father time doesn't stop, unfortunately.
Lose that one. Yeah, right? Undefeated.
That's right. Fly ball to shortstop. Shortstop makes a play. And we got 2 quick outs for the Presidents here. Robbie, give me one of your fonder memories of a North Quincy game, baseball, here at Adams Field when you were playing.
Tough to pick one. Obviously, they were battles, always great games, and I kind of had a little different perspective maybe than others on Quincy because I played with a lot of those guys all summer long, as you mentioned, on the Morissette Legion team. And you'd have to put aside, all those friendships, and get into that rivalry mode, which isn't tough to do.
Nope, not at all.
You can quickly do it. You got the blue and white on one side, the red and black on the other, and you can snap right out of it. So we'd have some battles, no doubt about it. But the Quincy memories and the Morissette memories here at Adams Field, one of the best ball fields you can find anywhere, state, region, and put it up against any place you can go to. We're lucky enough in the city to start playing Babe Ruth here. So you're 13 years old, you get to play on this field all the way through 18 years old, and you just have a ton of great memories and great times.
3-0 to the batter, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Robbie, John Foligno just said the same exact thing. Again, he played at UConn, was drafted, played the Cape Cod League, and he always talks about Adams Field. Same thing with you. You played on great fields, you played against great competition, and you're somebody else who always gives back to Quincy. Somebody calls you, you never say no, you're always here right away.
Yeah, Scott Campbell doesn't let you say no, unfortunately.
He's going to be a guest too, he just doesn't know it yet.
Right.
Walk for the Raiders. We got a man on first here. We got some action. Let's see if the Raiders can tie the game.
And on that note, as you bring up, I was lucky enough to play in college as well, and you play against great competition, great fields. If anything, though, I'd always come back to playing summer baseball at Adams Field in front of a packed house for Morissette. For Dave Perdios, one of the best coaches, I had, whether it was high school, Legion, or college. I put him right up there without a doubt with anyone. And he's gone on to coach college and others afterwards. So, that's been proven. Put the field, the fans, and the competition up against anything I had, even years afterwards.
We got a stolen base from the Red Raiders. We got a man on second with 2 outs. Pritchard takes a healthy hack. He fouls it off. We got an 0-1 count here. Actually, I got yelled at the last time I tried to correct this count, so I'm not saying anything. We get a wild pitch by the Presidents. We got a man on third. And right as the guy gets to third, my co-host Brian Linsky says, all right, and his Raider colors are coming out again.
I didn't know I was invited for this.
But we got 2 outs. Hopefully we can shut it down again.
The Raiders have been threatening almost every inning. Not to give any color or play-by-play.
No.
That's your job.
You're absolutely right.
Quincy keeps making.
Oh, we got a fly ball to center field. Canicorn. 3 outs.
That's what I was saying. They keep threatening, but they can't get one on the board.
Nah, that was a good inning. Good catch by the center fielder, and Quincy High gets out of it again. As we go to the bottom of the 5th with a 1-run game here at Adams Field. Salute to the seniors in the booth with Robbie Kane. Robbie, the last question I'll ask you, and I'll let you get back to down there to the game. You know, we talk about, you know, the great atmosphere and everything like that. Who were some of the better players that you played with and that you played against, whether it was right here in Adams Field or in college?
I'll definitely keep it here with that. But we had some great players. We were lucky enough to win a state championship in Morissette back in the early 90s, which I guess does make me old. But you know, some players on that team, like Tommy Malzano comes to mind immediately. Mark Kelleher, a pitcher like Mike Patch, who was the ace of the staff. You know, another little guy and kind of set the table at the top of the order with me, Pat Shea. That could go on and on. There's going to be some bad people now when I haven't named them. So that was a loaded question. I'm in trouble now, but you know, you can go through that entire roster. That team I would put up. We won it. We made a run in the regionals. And, you know, anyway, we could have easily won that as well. A couple bounces here and there. But that entire team, top to bottom, we fill a dugout with 18 guys that can play any night. Anybody could have taken anybody's position. You know, you have yourself a full rounded out squad.
And they all played here, whether they went to Quincy or North Quincy. They were Quincy kids who played Quincy High baseball or North Quincy High baseball, and you know, 1 or 2 nights out of the year they were rivals, and every other day they were friends. But the battles that happened on this field in the early 90s to mid 90s with Quincy and North was unbelievable. Robbie, I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You know,
I appreciate it.
it's always a pleasure, and I love seeing you around. Definitely somebody that I looked up to, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we got the bottom of the 5th here. Quincy High at the plate. Number 75, offensive tackle. I mean, I don't know what 75 is, but all right. Ferret's at the plate. Looks like a big boy gets a hold of one with the wind blowing. We could have some action here. Yeah, they're still playing shallow.
Just challenging it, hit it over the head. Good cut by Ferret.
We have a strike here. I still have not got a text back from the coach of NQ to tell me who's pitching. I do apologize to the pitcher. I should probably know who you are. Backwoods K. So he throws it around backwards. I like your style, Pritchard. 1-0 for the Presidents, and they have turned the order over. We got Mike Scabilio at the plate here in the 5th inning.
Mike Scabilio.
Oh, he tries to bunt. He tries to lay down the bunt for a hit.
And the bare hand snag by the pitcher, toss back. You don't see that every day. Yeah, sure is. Good cut. Scabilio quickly down 0-2. 1-0, bottom 5. Line of the pitch.
Strike 3 on Scabilio, and Pritchard still threw it around backwards. I like it. 2 quick outs for the Presidents here. 2 outs the bottom of the 5th. Pausgrove is now at the plate. First at bat, he drew a walk. The pitch is strike one. Ooh, second pitch, hit by pitch. Hit by pitch, he's going to first. He's going to first, hit by pitch.
See, I think Cosgrove is flying to second.
I would say first pitch.
I think he's gone.
Okay. Now batting for the Presidents is number 31, Eric Mayo, catcher.
Oh, yeah, he's gone.
Move to first. Stepped off, so that's not a balk for you people at home.
And he's off.
And there he goes. Ball in the dirt, stolen base.
President's putting the pressure on. Doing it all night.
So we have Pausgrove at second base with 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes with Mayo. Single away from going up 2 runs. Strike one. Painted the inside corner. We got 1-1 here. The set and the delivery. And there it is. There's Mayo hitting the gap. He's been hitting for the last 6 weeks with his summer team. Stand-up double for Mayo, and it's 2-0. Good, guys. Nice job by Eric Mayo there. Hit the ball where it's pitched, turned on the inside corner, got a double out of it.
Nice 2-out hit right there. Get the ribby.
2-out hitting, name of the game. So now Murphy steps to the plate and tries to change positions with Mayo. If he can hit a gap, we can trade spots, and the Presidents keeping the pressure on the Raiders. They're on 2 outs. Ball low. 2-0. Murphy should be real selective right here. Look for one pitch, see if he can drive it and get another run on the board. Ooh, that's what he does. Takes a healthy hack, falls it back to the screen. 2 balls, 1 strike. I'll tell you what, Brian. Next half inning, we have a treat. We have North Quincy Red Raider, Eric DeBoer, and current coach of the Salute to the Seniors, so we'll know who's pitching.
It's an unsolved mystery, Steve.
2 outs here, bottom of the 5th inning of a 2-0 game. Ground ball to shortstop. Oh, takes the Adams Field hop, and he's coming around third base. And Mayo is safe at third base, safe at the plate, and it's 3-0. He traded spots with him. Murphy traded spots with him. 3-0 Presidents in the 5th inning.
It's nice hitting right there. Putting some contact on it. It found its way through to the outfield.
Again, Brian, 2-out hitting, 2-strike hitting, and that's the game, right? Takes a funny hop, that's the name of the game. Now batting for the Presidents is O'Connor, number 2. Takes strike one. Second pitch is up high. We have 1-1. 1-1. A jam-packed Adams Field tonight for Salute to the Seniors. Next pitch is swing and a miss. We have 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, wild pitch. Murphy advances to third on the wild pitch. We have 2 outs again. Last time we saw that was a double to the gap by Mayo. Let's see what the Presidents can do with this one. Ball 3. 3-2, 2 outs. The last time we saw this, the kid tried to steal home. Let's see what happens. Big swing and a miss. The Raiders get out of it.
Damage done, 2 runs.
But the Presidents put up 2. As we go to the top of the 6th, it's Presidents 3, Raiders 0.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here we go. Top of the 6th inning, 3-0 game. New pitcher for the Presidents, number 31, Mayo, who had the big double last inning. And hitting for the Raiders to lead off the 6th inning is Mike Levine. Ball 1 high. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am joined in the booth by North Quincy grad, current salute to the senior North Quincy coach, Eric DeBoer. Eric, how are you?
How you doing tonight, Steve?
I'm doing great. Let me tell you the first thing. The last couple innings, your pitcher didn't have a number. We didn't know who was throwing. I tried to text you. You didn't answer me. Who was throwing for you?
That was Charlie Clifford.
Charlie Clifford. Okay. Is Charlie Clifford going out next inning? Because I owe an apology to Charlie Clifford.
I'm
didn't know
actually
his
not
name.
sure. Coach Murphy's taking the reins right now. My guess is he probably will.
Okay. So, Brian, we got to remember Charlie Clifford. North Quincy grad. We had 2 presidents up here prior, John Felino, Robbie Kane, and now we go into one of the class acts that came out of North Quincy, and there was plenty of them. I'm not saying he's the only one. There's plenty of them. Eric DeBoer. Eric, first of all, what year did you graduate from North Quincy High?
I graduated in 1990.
1990. Just a few years ago.
A little time ago.
So we got a big strikeout to start out the inning for Mayo. Levine goes down swinging, and we have we don't have St. Marie. Is this Clifford? Charlie Clifford is now hitting. Charlie Clifford, who was pitching, is now hitting. Eric from North Quincy went on to UConn, as did John Felino. Big time program, big Division I program. Charlie Clifford gets hit right away. Mayo hits Clifford. So we got a man on first with 1 out. So, Eric, how did playing at North Quincy High prepare you to go to a Division I school like UConn?
I had great coaches at North Quincy High. Also great teammates. The coaches, I was coached by Dave Perdios as a freshman, and then moved up from there to the varsity team with Leo Donovan. Mr. Donovan passed away 2.5, 3 weeks ago now. We all miss him. That was a sad time a couple weeks ago, and we still miss him, and he's a great guy. And longtime teacher in the North Quincy school system.
So Eric, you're here tonight as helping out to coach North Quincy. You know, the schools were not really involved in sanctioning this for obvious reasons with the pandemic. They did not try to stop it in any way. They just could not be involved. So you're stepping in here as a coach for North Quincy. First inning, you look around, the place is packed. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to the kids in the dugout that, you know, this place is packed? These kids have been cooped up since March 10th, 13th, whatever it was. They got a chance to come out and play their rivalry game. You know, when you looked around in the first inning and saw this place packed, what was it like?
I think it's great for these kids, Steve. You know, I know a few of these kids have even been working by themselves in the batting cage for the past few weeks trying to get ready for this game. They're all looking forward to it. They all couldn't wait to get the uniforms tonight when they showed up. Big smiles on their faces. It's just good to see that these kids get a nice game like this to kind of cap off their senior season, even though they lost it. But you know, it gives them something to hold on to as they go away, possibly into college or anything else that they go into.
Mayo strikes out Hines to get the second out of the inning. We had a stolen base here by Clifford, and Dugan is now at the plate. Let's see if North Quincy can get a hit here to get on the board. Mayo's got 2 strikeouts so far. We got a 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Eric, it is definitely a great night for the city. It is definitely a great night for the kids. This is the proper send-off. I know there was a lot of talk when this first came out about, is it the right thing to do? Is it the right thing to do? And it is by far the right thing to do. This was a great night. It's going to be a great weekend. And hats off to Scotty Campbell and his crew for putting this together. You know, this is something that the city definitely.
I couldn't agree anymore. These kids are loving this game. I'm just happy to be a small part of this, but this is a huge undertaking by a lot of people who put this together. As Steve mentioned, Scotty Campbell on top. I know Sean Glennon had a lot to do with this, and we can't thank those guys and everybody else who helped out enough to make things happen this weekend.
We got a fly ball here. Looks like the shortstop is calling it. Center fielder comes in, they collide, but he makes the catch. Great catch by the center fielder to get out of the inning for the third out of the inning. Interesting. They get out of the inning, and Quincy High holds the lead 3-0. Going into the bottom of the 6th. Eric, I know you have to go back and coach. I'm going to ask you one more question. It was the same question I asked the first 2 guys, and it would be the question I ask everybody before they leave. You played at UConn. You've played on big diamonds. You've played in all-star games. You're a North Quincy High grad who should be in every Hall of Fame for where you played. Tell me the best player you played with and the best player you played against.
Ooh, that's a good one. Tough question there. In high school or just overall?
High school.
Best player in high school. One of them is going to be Billy McDougal.
Okay.
I'm going to have to say probably one of the other guys. I've known him for a long time, since I was a little kid. He's actually assistant coach out here tonight with this. Is Tony Andaleonis is another one. Two great players, two better people, and they were awesome to play with.
Awesome. Eric, Clifford still on the mound?
That still is Charlie Clifford.
Perfect.
Yes.
So now I know who's pitching. I know the score. I know the inning. I'm ready to go. Eric, get back to your coaching duties. Thank you for coming up tonight and taking the time with us. We really appreciate everything you do.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for coming and doing this for us too. Appreciate it.
Well done. 16.
Ball one from Clifford.
All right, we're back here, bottom of the 6th inning. 3-0 game. 3 great guests. And the next guest is going to be the guy sitting next to me, my broadcast partner tonight. Because as much as we like to joke around and crack around and have a lot of fun, this kid was a great baseball player. We have 3-0 game. 2-2. Bergen at the plate. And let's see what happens here. Ground ball to shortstop. He laid back on it and waited.
Beat it.
Bergen beat it out.
Nice hustle by Bergen.
Shortstop laid it on that ball just a little bit. And we get an infield single out of it. And ladies and gentlemen, here come the presidents. Bonapani at the plate now for Quincy.
We'll see if Quincy continues to try to apply pressure and take some bases here. That's what they've been doing the last couple innings, really turning up the heat.
He's got a good lead at first, good secondary. Ooh, the old behind him throw.
A knuckleball.
Yeah, listen, you got Clifford is keeping these guys off balance.
Sure is.
I understand. All right, Brian, let's get into you as my guest here. Let's stop the color for a second. Let's get into you as my guest. 1998 grad, North Quincy High School. 4-year varsity baseball player. Probably played for the best coach I've ever been around. And
He's off.
also another great guy. Stolen base here by Bergen. So we and a 3-0 count, 3-1 count to Bonapani. Talk to me about playing for North Quincy, playing for Dave Perdios, the run you guys made in the state tournament because it was amazing. Just talk to me a little bit about it.
Sure. So take a step back. Luckily, I wish I had played 4 years varsity, but only 3. But I did play for Dave. I was a freshman player from JV. Great coach, great guy. Demanded a lot of everyone. And I think that really carried through all 4 years of high school baseball for me. 98, we had a great team, but I guess I'd kind of go back to what Robbie Kane and you were talking about. You know, I used to come to Morissette games. A lot of the guys also did. And you'd see those guys all up at the top step. A lot of camaraderie there. And
Center field caught. Wow, what a catch. That helps out.
a lot of camaraderie there. But as you said, you know, and as Robbie said, you know, Dave was the head of both of those. So we learned how to play a lot, just watching those guys, how we should perform between the lines and how we should act on the field and how we should really root for each other and have each other's back. So, great team.
It's definitely a great rivalry. And we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th and an 0-1 count. It's definitely a great rivalry. And it's definitely 2 nights out of the year that we want our teammates to strike out, make errors, and everything like that. But when those nights are over, after the 21 outs, we have definitely become the best of friends. There's no doubt about it. And it's a healthy rivalry, right? It's a healthy rivalry. We've got a foul ball here to make it 0-2. I didn't mean to take your steam there.
No problem. You know, great rivalry. A lot of respect for the Quincy presidents. You know, hard-nosed, compete hard at everything, every sport that I played against them in. But as you said, between the lines, I always wanted to beat you guys bad.
Well, that's what it's all about. You know? That's exactly what it's all about. North Quincy gets out of the inning, stranding a man on second base. We still have a 3-0 game here. We're going to the top of the 7th. It's getting late early, Brian. Let's see if I don't know if the Raiders can put it together.
It's only 3 runs. We're okay.
Sounds good. Let's get back to you for a second.
All right.
You know, obviously you guys had that great run in '98. Talk to me about, you know, memories that you had of that team.
Crazy.
With that South Sectional run and how it all just kept winning and winning and winning when you were playing teams you weren't supposed to beat.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'd say that we weren't supposed to beat them, you know?
I'll say it.
Because we were a great team, right?
I'll say it.
now you're envious. You're running that situation.
I
with
agree.
Quincy High School, you know. But
I agree.
no, so memory's a little hazy now, but I think we started off with Brookline here at Adams Field, and game went extra innings, and I think we won like 2-1. It was really back and forth. You know, not many hits, a lot of great fielding plays. I think we followed that up with Dennis Yarmouth, who at that point was an old Colony League team as we were. I'm not sure the score was there either, but we did get by them, which was great. Then we advanced and played at Braintree High against Durfee High School. And my, first pitch of the game, our North Quincy Baseball Hall of Famer Billy Walker, took like a 85, 90 mile per hour fastball right off the head. I had to leave the game, went to the hospital. Could have really shaken us, I think, but we were together. We knew what we were there to do, and our good late friend John Sullivan with some heroics against Durfee, driving a ball to right field, over the right fielder's head, scoring the winning run.
You're leading me into the questions, right? You're leading me right into the questions. You got your first guy at the plate gets drilled, right?
I've watched the video so many times.
Good friend of ours.
Yeah,
good friend of
is.
ours.
Yep.
Gets absolutely drilled. What does that do to a team when you're a catcher, your leader, your leadoff batter, and he gets drilled? What does that do?
It's real tough, right? So our team had a good mix of senior leadership. So we had 4 senior captains, of which Billy was one of them. But we also had, sophomores as our star pitchers, as well as a freshman. Keith Doherty went on to play at UMass, a really great young player at the time. So I think the leadership of the team, the camaraderie, but also Dave Pritios, once again, as well as Jack Outerbridge and Paul Bergoli, all in the dugout, really rallying us and ensuring that we kept our heads focused on what we were there to do.
New pitcher for Quincy High, number 4, Pausgrove. Kevin Pritchard at the plate for North Quincy. Kevin Pritchard's a ground ball to second base. We have an E4. And guess what? The Raiders are on base. You said it wasn't going to be enough. Let's see if they can put it together. Kevin Pritchard is a freshman at North Quincy High School.
Future's bright.
That's a big boy for a freshman.
Future's bright.
Declan Geary now at the plate, takes ball 1. So in that game you're talking about at Braintree High when Big Sal gets up and rips that ball, we got a ground ball to shortstop. He did not go to second. I don't know why he didn't go to second. He overthrows first base.
There we go.
And
Steve.
now we have second and third with no outs. That's a E6.
Maybe we just need to talk more about the 98 team. Get these guys fired up.
I'm trying to get our boy Sully into this thing, but I can't because we got a lot of action going on. We got no outs, top of the 7th. Quincy High up 3-0. Costello is at the plate. So what's the scenario when Big Sal gets to the plate? The big lefty gets up there before he drills one over the kid's head. What's the scenario? You guys, how many are you down? What's on? Talk me through it.
Real tense situation, Steve. Honestly, all those details are just a blur. All I remember at this point is just, good roller. We're going to get one right here.
And just like that, Brian stops mid-sentence, and the Raiders put one across the plate.
Here we go. Here we come.
We have an infield single by Castillo. Slow roll to the shortstop in which he beats out. There's actually no play at all. The Red Raiders are on the board. It's 3-1, and they turn the order over. We got McGaffrey at the plate. Brian, we'll get away. You want to get away from this 98 story? Because I know you're getting intense. I see the beads of sweat starting to build in your forehead.
It's a hot night here at Adams Field. The sound of the bat, that's what I remember most. And I have a video of it. I've watched it many times.
Speaking of the sound of the bat, with ground ball to second, he steps on second base and doesn't throw to first. All right,
sound of the bat, the roar of the crowd. The crowd was packed. Braintree High School, both sides of the stands, it was packed. I think that's the most I've ever played in front of, and it's great to come out of the winning end of something like that and advance to the South Sectional Finals, where we ran into the eventual state champion, New Bedford.
And that's a good team.
They were.
They were a very
dominated
good
a lot of
team in
teams.
98.
Yeah, I think they won in the finals at Fenway, 20-6 or 20-4. They beat us 5-0. Didn't have our best day that day,
Yeah, that happened.
but it's quite an accomplishment nonetheless.
So we got first and third here in the top of the 7th with 1 out. North Quincy, Broderick at the plate, and North Quincy is they're coming hard.
Here we go.
We got a steal of second base, so we have second and third, 1 out, and Broderick's a single away from tying this game. High drama here at
hungry.
Adams Field in Quincy.
We're hungry here. We're coming. Here we go. Got
Another
one
ground
now.
ball to second base.
Got one back. Here we go.
He throws it to first
All right.
for the second out, but North Quincy plates another run, and it's 3-2. It is 3-2.
That's something I think a lot of that our 98 team did. You know, so the guy didn't get a hit right there, but he got us a run. Solid play by the second baseman, kept it in front of him, got it done.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say North Quincy batted out of order, but that's just my opinion. Pritchard at the plate. Man on third, we got 2 outs, and he's a single away from tying the game. You talked about the freshman sensation. I got the chance to play with him in the summertime. Keith Doherty. Keith was supposed to be here tonight. I reached out to him to come in because he is definitely somebody I would like to hear from. We got a pass ball, but North Quincy does not jump on the opportunity to advance. Stranded at third, and my broadcast partner pounds on the table next to me. Still 3-2.
It's all right. We're in a good hitters count right here.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Pritchard, a senior. Staple behind the plate, backstop, if you will, for North Quincy Red Raiders for the last few years.
Keith was a great player.
3-1. Keith was a dynamite
Great player, 14-year-old, you know, so obviously this is so long ago now, but 14-year-old, you thought you might be intimidated playing with a bunch of older seniors. Not the case.
He fit right in.
Fit right in.
Big swing and a miss for Pritchard. He was looking to take the lead with that swing, not tie it up. That was a great hack by Pritchard. We have 3-2, 2 outs. Big pitch right here. Biggest pitch of the game so far. Ground ball to shortstop. He makes a play, and the Presidents get out of it.
Oh, we're too bad there.
Midway through 7, 3-2 Quincy High. Brian, again, I'll ask you the same question that I asked everybody else. And I'm going to end it with that. Who was the best player you ever played against? And who was the best player you ever played with?
It's a loaded question. The other guys.
Well, you've heard me ask 4 people, right? You heard me ask everybody.
I don't think
now
you'd
you're
ask
the
me
guy.
the same question. Wow. It's a tough question. I think that I would say. It's a tough question.
You want me to give you an inning?
Yeah, give me.
All right, I'll give you an inning. And again, we have 3-2 Quincy High going into the bottom of the 7th.
Coming out of Quincy High, number 17, Zach Demore.
We have a pitching change for North Quincy. Broderick's now pitching for the Raiders in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch had a little gas on that one. We have a strike one. DeMore to play for the Presidents. And I am now being joined by Quincy High standout, City of Quincy standout, great person, again, someone that I look up to, as I did Robbie Kane, as I mentioned when Eric DeBoer was here. I am not young by any chance, by any sense, but I'm a little younger than these guys that are coming up, and it's awesome to have them in the booth, and that's Scotty Campbell. Scotty, thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being you.
So we had a strikeout here right away for Broderick. He's throwing the ball hard tonight. Scotty, you're also the leader, the front runner, the person who put this whole Salute to the Seniors together. Give everybody the background to Salute to the Seniors. How did it come about, and how did you get to this great night?
Well, I would say that I'm one of many people that were involved in making this happen. There wasn't really any one moment or thing that happened. We just know that when the MIA canceled when they canceled the season, it was a moment that we knew that we could do something to make something happen for the seniors, because it's a special time for all of them.
And it's not just baseball. It's not just tonight. You guys didn't just say, okay, we're going to have the Quincy versus North baseball game. You had volleyball games this morning. You had a softball game this afternoon. You have tennis tomorrow. You have boys and girls lacrosse tomorrow afternoon. You have a parade. You have Montilio sponsoring. This isn't something that you said on a Friday night, hey, let's do it, and on a Monday you start putting it together. This is months and months of work and a lot of people. You have jerseys for the seniors. Tell everybody how much money you made doing this.
Yeah. We didn't make any. We had a lot of generous people.
You got that right.
A lot of generous people. A lot of people giving up to and including the people like Steve Mays and the Mays family for doing the concessions here and taking care of everybody. There was a lot of building on and doing all the little things to make this stuff happen, but it was really a group of people that just wanted to have a nice final time for some very deserving kids.
Broderick strikes out the side for North Quincy. We go to the top of the 8th inning of a 3-2 game. It is getting late. There's only 6 outs left for the Raiders to see if they can put a couple across. This is by far for the kids, right? This is why we're here. There's not one person who's putting $1 in their pocket. It's for the kids. And in a time where their senior year for, some guys are just baseball players. There's not a lot of guys that play 3 and 4 sports like they did, when I was a kid. Some guys just concentrate on baseball. And for them to not be able to play in their senior year is a shame. And guys like you who put this together for the kids, who did this the right way, is huge. And we talked about it at the beginning of the night. I talked about it with a couple of the fans. This place was packed tonight. And that speaks to the city of Quincy. That speaks to both Quincy and North Quincy, the students. How does it feel to somebody like you put this whole thing together when you walk in and you look around? And I saw you at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon. You told me there was 100 people at a volleyball game this morning. How does it make you feel?
Well, it makes me proud to be from Quincy, that's for sure. The mayor's office, they were obviously skeptical at the very beginning. They were following all the guidelines. They kind of held us to a line to make sure we weren't, we were following all the guidelines. We have all of the safety precautions in place. We have the masks. We have all the sanitizing equipment, all that other stuff. So it's something to, when you come in here, everybody kind of forgets that there's a pandemic going on, and everybody just wants to watch the ball game.
Mike Levine leading off for the Raiders, again in a 3-2 game at the top of the 8th inning. In a packed Adams Field tonight. Quincy versus North, salute to the senior weekend.
Robbie Kane and I actually figured out there's probably around 300 or 400 people that have been in and out of here who've been really successful at keeping this social distancing.
Oh, Mike Levine starts the eighth with a ball over the center fielder. As you can hear, Brian Linsky cheering him on behind me. He has a stand-up double, and the Raiders. Here comes the Raiders. Unfortunately.
Mike's a great kid. Mike Levine.
Mike's the man.
They are the cornerstones of the North Quincy side. Sarah's a sweetheart. The entire family, just good people. So I'm happy for him. He'll be getting thrown up at the plate, but
the first thing we said at the beginning was, for the kids, and I want all these kids to succeed, but Brian and I are going to go at it because he obviously wants one side to win, and I obviously want another side to win.
And I've always liked you, Stevie.
Big swing and a miss. We got 0-2 coming up here. Scotty, I'm going to ask you one more question before I let you get out to your fans and your people out there putting this together. In high school, you were a great football player, and you were surrounded by great players. You did not play baseball, so I can't ask you who the best baseball players you were. But if you had to pick one moment in high school to talk about in a sports atmosphere, what would it be?
Well, I love football. Football was my favorite thing, and clearly, when you play football for Quincy or North Quincy, Thanksgiving Day is the day. So, I would say when we took down North Quincy, they had a really successful program. For all the years leading up to us, had a great nucleus of guys. Really, guys are respected a lot. But when we were able to come back and beat them 29-21, I still remember the day like it was yesterday. And you know what? Take that day and imagine this is their Thanksgiving Day game. I think that's the part that why we're doing it.
It's definitely the number one thing, and obviously people watching this are from the city of Quincy. It's on Quincy Access Television, and John Cleary's doing a great job with his guys. You know what the rivalry is all about, whether it's on a diamond, a soccer field, a football field, a tennis court. There's always something about looking across and seeing your friend, who you're going to grow up with and you're going to grow old with, but he's got on the other colors that one day. And, you want to strike him out 3 times. You want to tackle him when you're supposed to. You want to, serve it past him. You got to do what you got to do. It's a great rivalry in a great city. And I want to personally thank you for everything you did for this salute to the seniors, and I know they appreciate it as well.
Well, you are the cornerstone for here, Stevie. You've really done a great job with the program at Morissette, and we're glad we're able to do it. We got a big day tomorrow, and I think we've been very lucky with the weather. My goodness, very lucky with the weather. So I appreciate you having me.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Good job, man.
So we have Mike Levine has advanced to third base. We have 1 out, 3-2 count. My broadcast partner is pacing in the booth. It's getting tight. You see, us Quincy guys, we don't sweat this out. We just know we're going to get out of it. It's no big deal. 3-2 pitch to St. Marie. Strike 3 looking. Big spot to take a look in strike 3. St. Marie was the opening pitcher. Could have helped his cause right there. He's now clapping for the players. Dugan at the plate in a huge spot. We got 2 outs in the 8th inning. Ball 1 to Dugan. Levine is on third. Dugan at the plate. 3-2 top of the 8th. Brian, you feeling all right? He just gives me a smile. I love it. Ball 2. Hitters count here.
There you go.
So 3-0.
Big opportunity right here, 3-0.
3-0.
Green light, you're going to wait. What do you think, Steve?
I'll tell you what, if I'm the pitcher, I'm not pitching to him.
Nope.
Right? First base is open. You can paint the corner here and see if he goes for it. And he gets ball 4. Okay, no harm done.
Here we go.
Dugan draws a walk.
Some of the younger guys here.
Freshman Kevin Pritchard steps to the plate. In
Big
a
spot.
huge spot.
Big spot.
Kevin Pritchard.
Make his first NQ baseball memory right here.
That's
Might
how Keith
happen.
Doherty started. This
Sure
guy we were
is.
just talking about.
Sure is.
First and third.
Big chance.
Oh, boy.
yes.
Big swing and
Oh,
drive
yes.
by Kevin Pritchard. He hits it over the left fielder's head. Benny the Jet Rodriguez coming around third base. And Pritchard down to third. Yes. He gets in there with a triple.
Great piece by Pritchard.
Kevin Pritchard with a base clearing triple.
I just felt that, Steve. Just felt it coming.
Did you like the Benny the Jet Rodriguez?
Beautiful. Love the Sandlot reference.
Sandlot's my favorite. Big hit by Pritchard in the 8th inning.
That's what Raiders do.
Now Declan Geary comes to the plate. Takes the ball up. And if you were wondering, because I know you were, Kevin Pritchard had also been hitting with his summer team for the last 6 weeks.
Perfect. Oh, good cut.
Big swing and a miss by Geary. 2 outs, and North Quincy has changed the momentum, and they go up 4-3 in the top half of the 8th inning.
There we go.
Ground ball by Geary. Error by the shortstop at Quincy High, and it is now 5-3.
Now batting. Number 6, Mike Costello.
Ball inside to Costello. Number 6 for the Raiders. We got a man on first. We got 2 outs. Ground ball to third base. Third baseman picks it up, throws to second. And Geary beats the throw and is safe. Good hustle by Geary. Good hustle by Castillo. And the Raiders are in business. Go ahead, Brian. I mean, this is your opportunity. You better get it all. Better get it all.
Still a long game, Steve. Still got 6 more outs to get
Yeah.
for the Raiders.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 19.
Big opportunity of Connors right here.
Connors.
Five 5-3, top 8, 2 down.
Number 19, Connors at the plate. And it is official. My scorebook is wrong and crazy and everything else. And Geary steals third base to make it first and third with 2 outs. We got a lot of scribbles in this book for guys hitting in different orders, but that's all right. I'm following along.
I think our Raider at first is headed to second.
Hope so.
Short lead. See you later.
He's going. Mayo throws to second base. And he is safe at second base, and that plates Geary to make it 6-3 Raiders.
Look at the kids fired up over there on the NQ side. The parents just as fired up.
Any way you look at it, no matter whose side it's on, that's what it's all about, right? Whoa. There's a chant going on out there. I'm not sure what it is, but we got a hit by fly
Oh,
out.
nice play. Nice put up at the center fielder.
O'Connor makes the last out of the inning. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the bottom of the 8th, 6-3.
Basically, how to run this score?
Just gonna put 4 runs up for Quincy.
Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about a similar question you asked me earlier about the best player that you played against, as well as the best player that you played with. You know, at any point in your illustrious career.
So I was lucky enough to play at Quincy High. I was lucky enough to play at Marset, and I was lucky enough to play 4 years at Fitchburg State. By far, without a shadow of a doubt, the best player I ever played against was the kid from State College, Pennsylvania, in the Northeast Regionals for Legion Baseball. And I definitely forget his name, but I definitely don't forget the way he played. He hit a ball out here in 1998. I don't think it's landed yet. It left on the rise. Without a shadow of a doubt, the best player I ever played against. There was some other guys, a couple guys at Bridgewater State when I was at Fitchburg that were very good. Justin Triega, he was a very good player. Best player I ever played with, you could pick anybody on that same Marset team. Keith Doherty, Chris Bergoli, Billy Walker, any one of those guys were just tremendous baseball players. Made me a better player, made me a better person. Broderick starts the 8th inning by getting a strikeout. We have 1 out here. Quincy High does not have Uncle Mo on their side anymore, and they need some kind of spark. We got 1 out on a strikeout. We'll see what happens now.
Tables have turned.
Yeah, big time.
Grooving it right in there.
I was really fortunate to play under North Quincy standout, and I was kind of hoping he was here tonight, but he didn't make it. Mark Kelleher. He taught me a lot about the game. I also played under Tom Belzano. That's another strikeout for Broderick. Broderick is cruising right now. 5 batters, 5 strikeouts. Schmitty at the plate now. So I played for Kelleher, and again, it was, he taught me so much about the game. I also played for Mr. Malvesti, Mr. Tom Malvesti, who taught me so much about the game. Mike Dracchio, Larry Tagg, so many guys that I could talk about that helped me develop who I am as a player and who I am as a coach today. I still use some of the stuff that I got from those guys. So forever grateful of every game I ever played on this field, every time I put on the blue and white or put on the blue and gold. So
Another strikeout
for Broderick. Strikes out the side, 2 innings in a row. And let me tell you something, Brian. Quincy High is down to 3 outs. Oh boy.
I think we were fortunate at the time we were playing baseball in Quincy. A lot of the same gentlemen you just mentioned, Coach Dracchio, Coach Tagg, Mark lived around the block for me. They were all intense and all about baseball, and that's what they expected of their players, and I think it rubbed off on all those that were under their watch. So definitely a great time to grow up in Quincy and play at the old Adams Field.
Here it is, the top of the... Why did I think it was the top of the 9th?
I thought it was too. I'd say that's
Because he didn't adjust.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a little problem with the scoreboard. It is the 9th inning right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the top of the 9th inning of a 6-3 game here at Adams Field. Number 3 is up for the Raiders.
And we got a bleeder.
And we got a fly ball to right that falls in. He took an
Taking 2 all
aggressive
the
turn.
way.
He's going to 2.
There we go, right on 2.
And we got a stand-up double to start the 9th inning for the Raiders here of a 6-3 game. We got no outs. Quincy High is in a tough spot. They got to shut this down. And for the 9th inning, I am again honored to say that we have one more guest for this game, and he is a baseball guy all day, through and through. Quincy High Hall of Famer, threw a no-hitter. I'm going to let him tell you about that. And he is by far, when I was in high school, the most influential baseball person that I had, by far, and that's Larry Taglieri. Coach Tag, and I will still call you Coach. How are you?
Hey, Steve. Great intro. Thank you. This is unbelievable here at the field tonight. And you're certainly doing a lot of coaching now, too, with the set.
Yeah?
Proud. Yeah, always, back in the day when I was coaching you, I always thought that you'd be a coach, whether it was through football or from baseball. But this is just a wonderful event. This whole day's been great. I had an opportunity to go down and watch the softball, too. And can't thank Scotty Campbell, Sean Glenn, and all the parents that put this together for these kids, and the turnout is remarkable. So, it's great stuff.
And that's what we started everybody off with, and I got to ask you the same thing. When you walked in here tonight, being as close as you are to Quincy High, and you just see this place packed, and it's yes, it's Quincy versus North, and yes, it's a rivalry, but for the city of Quincy, when you walked in here tonight, to see all the people that were here, and the turnout, how does it make you feel?
Well, that's what Quincy's all about. And you know what, I'm sitting up in the stands with some of the parents. Everyone knows everybody. That's the thing about Quincy, and that's beautiful. Everyone's having a super duper time here, and a lot of kids getting a chance to play baseball tonight.
And as I said with Scotty, who was our last guest, and we had Eric DeBoer, and we had John Foligno, and we had Robbie Kane. You know, just great guys. It's about the kids, right? Nobody's here to make any money. No one's putting a dollar in their pocket. Everything that was done for this salute to the senior weekend was about the kids. And it's not just baseball, as you just mentioned. There's softball games, there's volleyball games, there's tennis games, there's lacrosse games tomorrow night. This is what it's all about. And like you said, hats off to Scotty and his crew. We got a 3-2 count here with 1 out and a man on second in the top of the 9th inning, and Lavina's at the plate for the Raiders. Coach Tag, talk us through, well, first of all, what year did you graduate from Quincy High?
Oh, jeez, that's highly confidential. You have to do some work to figure that one out. There you go. That could be trouble. That could be trouble.
Levine hits it over the right fielder's head. He's going for 2. He's going for 2. He's standing up, and he drives in a run to make it 7-3 Raiders with 1 out here in the 9th.
I believe that's his second consecutive double, if I'm right.
Well,
he let off last inning with a double and tied the game, and big game for the senior.
You are correct, Coach Tag. He had a double and scored his last at bat. He's got a double here. Got to do your math, your homework.
I'm still smiling, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Sure, great. Coach Tag, I'm not going to let you off the hook. What year did you graduate from Quincy High School?
It was sometime in the 80s. It was so long ago, I kind of forget myself.
All right, so let's get away from that as I see you're running from that question, which is fine. Talk to us about, so in the old Quincy High gym, for you who don't know, when you walked in, when you walked through the doors, there was a plaque, if you will, above the door, and it said, "No hitter, Larry Taglieri." Coach Tag, you threw a no-hitter. Why don't you tell everybody who it was against and talk us through that just a little bit?
Well, I do remember, but it was against the fabled Red Raiders, which made it kind of special, I guess. Strange enough, when I was coaching at Quincy High School, Stevie Loud also threw a no-hitter, and I don't think we're the only 2 in the history of Quincy High School to ever throw one. But
I think John Foligno threw one his senior year as well.
Yeah.
Quincy High
There's got
against
to be
North.
someone from before that. And, you know, a lot of times people walked in and saw the sign that they called it the no-hit banner, and a lot of them assumed that I never got a hit during my career as a baseball player.
Was that your senior year? Was that your senior night?
No, that was my junior year, actually.
Junior year. You know, we have a strikeout here again. We have 2 outs, top of the 9th. Red Raiders have Levine on third base, and St. Marie, who was the starting pitcher of the game, is going to try to help us cause one more time and put an insurance run across the plate. So, Coach Tag, because there's 2 outs, and I know you want to get back down there because you're a bigger baseball fan than anybody I've ever met in my life, and I say it all the time. First time I ever saw the movie Bull Durham was with you, and I'll never forget it as long as I live.
I did not show you Bull Durham.
You most certainly did. You most certainly did. It was the greatest thing ever. And you know, when I was a freshman in high school, I was lucky enough to play varsity baseball, and you know, here I was as a freshman walking in, and you know, Coach Tag had practice plans. First time I ever seen practice plans, and you know, from 6 a.m. to 6:15, this is what we're going to do, and at 6:15 to 6:40, this is what we're going to do. And I was a 14-year-old kid. I didn't know what practice plans were. I thought you just went out and played catch. And so much I learned in that gymnasium from you and guys like Jeff Russell and Bobby Walsh and just guys that I look up to. In all your years of playing baseball, Coach, and I know it takes you back a little bit, who was the best player you ever played against, and who was the best player you ever played with at any level?
Jeez, that's a tough one. But played with a lot of great players. You know, the Chris Bunkers and Jack Bolsters, the Johnny Christianis. That's just not fair. There's too many. The Billy McDougals. You know, kids a couple of years younger than me that were really dedicated to baseball. Geez, I hate to even say names because there were so many good kids that I played against, like Chris Raschutis and kids that really loved baseball. Chris Marshall, talk all day.
And it's great that we got first and third. St. Marie steals second base. We get second and third with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning of a 7-3 game. And Coach, it's awesome that you know you still remember those names, you still remember those memories, you're still giving back to the city to this day. I knew you would be here tonight. There wasn't a shadow of a doubt that you would be here tonight. And when I saw you walk in, I said to Scotty Campbell, I need him at some point in time because I truly believe that you on the Quincy side and a guy like Dave Perdios on the North Quincy side might have been 2 of the most influential people in baseball that in my 96, 97, 98 that could have been around. And I thank you for everything that you did then and everything that you're doing now.
Well, thanks for having me up here, Steve. Great time. We need a little bit of a rally here in the bottom of the 9th, I hope.
We're going to get it. Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
let's work with this guy.
Don't worry.
He knows a little bit about baseball, too.
Oh, I already butchered him with questions. Thanks, Coach.
Take care.
2-2 count to Dugan in the at the top of the 9th inning with 2 outs in a 7-3 game.
Come on, Dugan.
Ball 3-2. Again, that's Larry Taglieri, former Quincy High baseball player, threw a no-hitter against North Quincy. Also was the Quincy High coach for a little while. Ooh, foul ball.
Dugan gets another chance.
Dugan gets another
See if he
life.
takes advantage of it.
You know, Brian, baseball's a funny game. Something like that should have been the last out of the inning.
Yeah.
Gonna hit a single here, isn't he? I mean, isn't that how it works?
3-2-2 out there. Got a good secondary lead out second.
Isn't that how it works? He's gonna get a hit here. He should have ended the inning, but instead,
Still fighting.
Still working up there.
Still fighting.
86 was Taglieri's.
We have confirmation that Larry Taglieri graduated in 1986. I think he said the 90s, but it's 80s. Another foul ball by Dugan.
You know, Steve, you talked about when you walked in tonight how the crowd was filled, and you know what? It looks pretty packed still. You know, it's a real tribute to the city of Quincy and the players in the field. Night they're not going to forget.
It's I look at my clock right now. It's 10 past 10, and
Dugan putting on a bat.
he's got himself an AB going right now. It's 10 past 10 on a Saturday night. These kids, these families could be doing anything they want to be doing right now, and instead they're here at Adams Field, cheering on their sons and their friends one last time, one last high school game. Just a great turnout. Great turnout. The 3-2 pitch again.
Still
Another
fighting.
foul ball by Dugan. Putting a show on for himself, huh? Jimmy Dugan. Who did Jimmy Dugan coach? Come on.
Don't know.
League of Their Own, the Rockford Peaches. Where you been?
Don't know. That was a long time ago.
One of the best movies ever. Mal LaHooch, what a hitter.
Oh.
Strike three.
Nice pitch.
Gets him
Deep
looking.
corner.
Dugan looks at strike three. And there's no mystery here, Brian. There's 3 outs left. Quincy High has to score 4 runs to tie, or North Quincy's got to get 3 outs.
Just got to keep the ball in front of you, the North
Whatever
Quincy
comes
side, you know? You know, we'd be remiss, too, if we didn't thank QATV and, you know, their staff and, you know, John Cleary was up here earlier.
John Clary, who's been listening to us all night, who's been putting up with us all night, QATV. You know, I graduated with John. I played baseball with John. You know, it's nice to have, you know, friends all through high school and even after. As soon as I called them and texted me, yep, anything you want to do, let's do it. Let's have fun with it. You know, when I read that opening, you know, he didn't say, wow, that's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. He said, nice job. So he's a good guy. He's always been a good friend. So, John, I know you're listening. We appreciate everything you do, all the coverage that you're doing for high school sports.
Absolutely.
Whether it's baseball, basketball, football. We know it's a thankless job, the guy sitting behind the camera or the guy sitting in a production truck, but we do thank you for everything that you do.
Little known fact about Cleary as well, while he played for Quincy Legion as a pitcher.
Who?
Cleary.
No, what team?
Quincy Legion.
I didn't know they. Who's that?
Oh, come on.
Go ahead.
Filthy curveball. Beautiful curveball on the mound.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we only threw 1 pitcher against North Quincy when we played, so no one else got a chance to get on the mound. But that's a different story for a different time, ladies and gentlemen. It is the bottom of the 9th. Patel is going to lead it off in a 7-3 game.
See if Pritchard can close this out here.
We also want to give a thank you to Fred Shepard, who's on a camera tonight for QATV. Thank you for all that you're doing.
Let's hear for all these boys playing today. Come on now. For some guys, it's might be their last time playing off of college, into the service, into the...
We got strike 1.
A big round of applause for all you people being out here tonight.
Oh, we got a ground ball by Patel. Can he beat it out?
Yep, sure
Yes,
did.
he does.
Comeback is started.
Here we go.
Comeback is started. Buckle up.
Pritchard on the mound trying to close it out. Patel gets a single.
Got some of the Quincy team on the top step, ready to go.
Murphy's at the plate.
Number 16. Shane Murphy.
Will Patel take second? Strike 1 by Pritchard.
Nice wide zone, still in existence.
For sure. For sure. And I keep saying Pritchard is pitching.
Yes.
Triple check my facts here.
Yes.
That's Pritchard. Nice wide zone. The umpire thought it was a 7-inning game. I didn't tell him it was 9. He's probably real happy with me now. There goes Patel to second base. Broderick with a hose
Good
down,
throw.
and he's safe. He beats it. What a shot by Broderick behind the plate. Wow. That was a great throw. We have 2 balls and 1 strike to Murphy. Pritchard comes to the set, the delivery. That's definitely strike 2. 2-2 to Murphy. Let's see if he can get one in the gap. If Quincy High can score a run before they get an out here, we got a chance. Strike 3 by Murphy. Pritchard with a great pitch there, elevated the fastball a little bit. Murphy chased it. Pinch hitter for Quincy High, Devin Desmond.
Pitch hitter for Quincy High, Desmond.
He's also been hitting with his summer team for the last 6 weeks. Oh, there it is. Double down the line. He's going to get on 2. That's a fair ball. The kid's got speed, but he stopped the pitch. And Desmond drives in a run. 6-4. So, Linsky, let me ask you a question. You ever see the movie Jaws? You know when the music starts?
I still feel all right.
Okay. Scabilio at the plate. This kid has the
Why don't we
ability.
play some extras?
Scabilio's got the opportunity to put one in the gap. Desmond is definitely taking second base. He might even take third. But Scabilio's got the power to put one in the gap and drive Desmond home and make this game just that much closer.
Top of the President's lineup here. Scabilio starting pitcher tonight.
Ooh, good hack by Scabilio.
Oh.
Gets out of play. 0-2 to Scabilio. You know, the MC of the night just said it over the loudspeaker. This could be Mike Scabilio's last at-bat of his entire baseball career. Could be softball after this, right? What's he going to do in his last at-bat ever in high school? Ball in the dirt.
Good eye.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good
Laid
eye.
off a good pitch there. That was a real good pitch by Pritchard.
Got to shorten that stroke, put it in play.
Ooh, fouls it off again.
Still alive.
Gets out of play. Count remains 1-2.
Desmond at third, stolen, foul ball.
You got to protect the plate there. Usually in that situation, I don't like to swing if the kid's got the base stolen, but with 2 strikes, you got to protect there. Scabilio did the right thing, protecting his at-bat. Let's see if Desmond takes off again. Nobody's holding. There he goes again. Scabilio fouls it off again. Desmond getting his sprints in.
Up 3, just going to let him take that base.
For sure. For sure. Concentrate on the batter, play the outs game. You got to get 2 outs before they get
NQ
4.
straight away in the outfield. Infield medium depth.
Come on, Scabilio, find a spot.
Still fighting hard.
Another foul ball.
A lot of foul balls tonight.
I'm going to spring something else on you right now. After the game, we're going to go down and get quotes from the player of the game. I know you're happy about that. Scabilio. Swing, fly ball to center. Caught, Desmond tagging up, giving it a try. It makes the last out at third base. And he makes the
big
last out at
play.
third base. Desmond gets doubled up for the last out at third
Nice
base.
throw.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders win.
I'm a Raider.
Go ahead, say it. Do it. You know you want to. If Sully was here, he'd say it. Do it. Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
a Raider.
After 9.
I'm a Raider till I die.
After a great game. After a great game, we have a win by the North Quincy Red Raiders. 7-4. Brian, we're going to go down now field side, get a couple of interviews from guys on both sides, winning and losing.
All right.
And then we'll wrap it up from there. We are here with MVP Mike Levine. 2 doubles his last 2 at bats. Scored a couple big runs. As your last game as a Red Raider, as a senior, tell us what this means to you tonight.
It means a lot because the rivalry wasn't there again for baseball, but after this, we all decided to come back. I had my old freshman team come back and help us because we only had 2 seniors this year, and it just means the world. It feels fun.
Brian.
Yeah, tell us about the environment tonight. What'd you think of it?
It was just like last year's game. We had a bunch of people coming out. Like again, Scott Campbell expected not that many people to come, but it was an absolute effort for a turnout, and it was a great game.
You know, obviously, a North Quincy grad, a Quincy High grad, the rivalry is great. It's awesome. But this is what it's all about. All these people here tonight, the city of Quincy putting on, you know, the right thing for the kids. Thank you for everything you did for baseball and for North Quincy, and I will let you have the last word.
Just want to say thank you to everyone who came out tonight. Thank you to my teammates, and it was a great game between Quincy. We started the trash talk like 2 weeks before this, and it was a great game. And, thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike.
Right, thanks.
Here with Eric Mayo, MVP of the Quincy High team. Eric, the final score was not on our side tonight, and I say our side. But it was a great game. It was a great atmosphere. Tell us a little about playing in this game.
You know, it was a lot of fun. I got to see a lot of my friends on the other team. Good competition. It's just great to be back out here on the field with everyone.
So, you know, Mike Levine on the winning side. Unfortunately, you on the losing side of this. But again, the city of Quincy came out tonight. Your friends, your family, people from Quincy, people from North Quincy. The rain held off. Everything seemed to get in place. Anything you want to say on your final words here, your final time wearing the blue and white for Quincy High?
Yeah, I mean, the support here was great. I just like to say, let's not forget about Thanksgiving.
Oh, I love that. All right, fans, that's it here from Adams Field. I want to thank everybody who watched. I want to thank Scotty Campbell for the salute to the seniors, all the Quincy kids and parents that came out tonight to make this a great atmosphere. This place was packed. We talked about it all night. For all the guests that came up, for my co-host Brian Linsky, tell me what you thought.
Great night, great event for the city of Quincy. Tough beginning as a Raider, down 3-0, but really glad we came back, won 7-4. But Quincy, plenty of resolve at the end, fighting to the end of the last inning there. Just not enough.
And I think the thing that you take from tonight is that even though there is a pandemic going on, and even though the world is, you know, in a crazy place right now, that there are people out there that are willing to do the right thing and put this together for the seniors so you could have that one rivalry game. And I thank everybody, QATV, the salute to the seniors, Scotty Campbell and his staff. For Steve Mays and Brian Linsky, thank you everybody for watching.
Good night.